Mm.
All right, we are now live. Hello, everybody.
Mm.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm
Hello.
Bubba.
And the Filipina, and I am Ken, and Louis is also here as one
Yes,
of our
Louis.
hosts. I,
Yes, Louis
Louis,
is
are you there?
here. Can you hear us, Louis?
She
Hello,
sounds
everyone.
there. She sounds like a
Hello.
robot.
Yes, she does.
Hello.
Sounds like a
Hello.
Cylon from Battlestar Galactica. Old late,
Was
like
that a movie?
1979, 1980 TV show. It was
Really
cheesy,
audio.
but Cylons had that kind of voice.
Not yet born during those periods, Baba.
I know. I'm old, gray, and fading away.
I'm
Not a
sorry.
problem.
Just kidding.
Well, now she's gone again.
Okay.
Louie. You catch our heart, and then you break it and
Oh,
leave.
typical lady. Typical. Just kidding.
That's okay. Not a problem.
Okay, Baba.
Okay.
Heart.
Now, this is going to sound bizarre, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find our show.
What?
Oh, never mind. I found it.
Anywhere.
Okay, here we
Trying to.
are. I got it.
All right.
Okay, she
Like
messaged me. Okay, she's having connection problems.
yeah. Okay. Just as we expected. That's okay.
Yes, and one of these days I got to figure out how to give you the moderator
What's
thing.
that?
Well, the moderator, this way, if somebody says something you think's inappropriate, you have the power just to kick them out.
Oh, okay.
So, because I'm not the Fuhrer,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not Chairman Mao, so I don't mind.
Okay.
So, well, you already got it. So,
Okay.
okay, so tonight, what will we be talking about?
We're gonna talk about the current events, specifically the martial law that was extended up until December 2018 instead of just December this year. And we're also going to talk
Mm.
about the different traditions in the Philippines versus in the United States for the Christmas seasons. So,
Yes.
yep, very different topics. Very
Yes,
random
two
topic.
drastically, one happy,
Different
one
one serious.
probably not so happy.
Okay. Up to date. What's that?
此时外接播放状态。Now
What's
What
that?
the
is
hell is
aux
that?
mode.
Is that yours, Baba?
No,
Chinese.
no, I don't know what it is.
Okay. Anyway, so now we're gonna talk about the martial law and it's why it has to be why the government thinks it has to be extended and the effects to those people there in Mindanao. So, Baba, I read a couple of articles about the martial law and it says that it only aims to prevent the resurgence of this Maote group, which is the terrorist group in Marawi. And last month, they heard reports that the remnants of this group, the Maote group that they're talking about, were starting to recruit more fighters to their causes. So the government is kind of in a place where they don't want to discount the possibility that those survivors from the Maote group are recruiting those who are kind of disenchanted by the government's action in Marawi. So they actually Duterte justified that his request only aims to protect those civilians who are affected by this war in Marawi. So they said that the Maote group continues its threats to the government. So that's why they extended the martial law there. In the what can you say about the martial law? Do you feel the effects? Are there direct effects on the citizens not necessarily involved in this ruling?
Well, here's the thing. I think the Philippines has seen this before. Um,
Hmm.
a similar chapter under Marcos, who used a series of bombings
Uh-huh.
in 1972 to declare martial law. But what he did was he used it to
Uh-huh.
crush his political opposition.
Okay.
All the shoes.
Huh?
I
What's
said,
that?
and buy Imelda shoes. God, that woman,
Okay.
she had something like whatever 4,000 pairs of shoes.
Oh, yeah. They're really rich, and someday we're gonna talk about conspiracy theory about the what's that treasure?
Yamashita.
Uh, yeah, Yamashita treasure. Next episode.
Hello?
Hello.
There she is.
Okay, Ken, type
There.
Hey,
something.
Huh?
sorry.
Type
I'm
something in the
having.
chat.
Type something.
Yeah.
Me? There.
Let's see if it. Okay, good. Now you're a moderator.
I'm
So if
having
somebody
trouble.
doesn't like
Oh,
something you say, you can kick them out.
I have the power to kick someone out.
Yes. So if you feel a guy is getting too naughty,
Louis should be the moderator. I really
well, Lou,
don't.
I don't think Louis has a YouTube channel.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
That's why. I'm not sure. I think I do make one.
She'll do cooking tutorials.
Yes, there you go, Louis. We would love that.
Yeah,
We would.
can do that.
I'll be the food taster.
I must say, Ken, you got overwhelming
Yeah.
reviews of you in a bathing suit and on your
Ah,
video.
really?
Yes, with your smile in the bathing suit. You were a hit.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I'll give her a copy for that.
Thought I look like 12-year-old.
No, not hardly.
Hardly,
So,
not hardly only 10 years old. 10? 8? 6?
no,
Just kidding.
God's sakes, please.
Anyway, we're gonna go back to our topic because the expert in martial law is here with us right now.
I think that's Ken.
Her name is Louis Pangaliban. So there. Baba, I'm just curious. What are
Mm-hmm.
the direct effects on you
Well,
with this
actually,
martial law?
Do
not
There's
much.
are
been martial
foreigners affected? Are foreigners affected by the martial law? Or not much?
what?
Are the expats are affected by the martial law or not?
Not
Or not
really.
much? Can be
Not
not
much.
really.
So this
No,
means that the martial law only affects those who are hiding from the government rather than those
Actually,
citizens.
I
Huh?
think the martial law now compared to the martial law before is have a very big difference because the martial law now is confined only to certain place. So mostly only the people on that area can be affected or are only the one affected. Unlike before, it's a national issue.
yes. Well,
So
it's still only on Mindanao, but he did
yeah,
leave it open for the whole.
Well,
whole country.
mm-hmm.
But
So
there.
when you think about it, all it would take would be a nice MBA or not nice, not MBA, but NPA.
NPA, yeah.
Yes, NPA, not MBA. Yes,
National Basketball.
all it would take would be a terrible basketball game for him to declare
Yeah.
martial law in the whole country. Um,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, not a really good indicator.
all it would take would be an NPA
The
incident.
already declared a terrorist group by the government
Yeah,
few
I've
Yeah,
weeks
heard about
ago. I think.
and now I think the MPA are also active up in Luzon too, correct? Not just Mindanao.
Yeah, it's very active in Luzon. All the mountain ranges area here are full of NPAs. Even at the Luzon, there are a lot of NPAs in I think Laguna and Nueva Ecija. Farmers are NPAs.
Really?
Oh,
Aren't you from Laguna, Ken?
yeah, I'm from
Yeah,
Laguna.
Do you have any relatives in
but
the
but
MPA?
more of a city part of Laguna. Yeah.
But it's more of the, yeah, as Luis is talking about. It's closer to Manila. It's the Laguna near Alabang. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
really know what
And I've heard.
there.
TV show with the
Remember,
Chinese
there
kung fu guy.
are
Hey Thomas, how are you, brother? Thanks for tuning in. Funny.
Well, what will I do? Martial law, like TV show with it.
That's funny.
Anyway, so they so they were talking about not ruling out the possibility of you know, placing the entire Philippines under martial law if, just in case, um the
sorry.
Maote or other Islamic extremist terrorist groups tries to make threats here in Luzon and Cebu as well. So that.
But yeah, I think for the president to declare martial law in the entire Philippines because he needs to prove some grounds to be able to declare it in the entire country. Unlike in Mindanao, so terrorism is very evident. So
Mm,
people living there can attest and they can say that that's why they are not against it because they are the one experiencing it. But the moment that you're trying to make it here in Luzon or in Visayas, that's a different story. Or the president or any law giving body needs to prove that that martial law is indeed needed.
okay.
Can be can happen.
Yeah.
So there. And
So the only
yeah,
the most evident or the most evident do you call this, cons or disadvantage of this given power, such as this martial law, is that it may lead to a lot of
yeah,
human rights abuses and um the, what do you call this, creeping dictatorship by Duterte. They said it does have a possibility. Who knows? But let's just hope that it
government.
doesn't go to that extent.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's hope not.
President is trying to do something. They're trying to evict Supreme Court now. The Supreme to be able to of the country.
Oh yeah, I
Let's
don't
see
know.
how things will go. It's very hard to. I think they're making their moves slowly but surely.
Do you think we're gonna have a
Hmm.
dictatorship?
No.
But I think they're trying to do a federalism, not really dictatorship. But to be able to
Federalism.
change, yeah, to be able to change the constitution, they need the three bodies of the government to be able to act on it. So it should be the Congress and Senate, the lawmaking body, the executive power of the president, and the justice. So they're trying to make everything in favor to them. That's why they're trying to evict or to impeach the judges now. Let's see.
Oh. Oh.
Okay. Well, it's funny
Mm-hmm.
because, Lynn and I, it's funny, whenever we go to the mall or somewhere, she made a
Yeah.
remark one time. She goes, it's funny. We go out, they'll pat me and make sure I don't have anything, but they just wave you on through.
We have everything.
So that's something else. So that's
Okay.
funny. Hmm.
Ooh.
So I'm taking a
Sorry.
gulp of water. So,
Well, they
okay.
said that the martial law that is being implemented here now is not the same as the one that was implemented during the time of Marcos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if I'm not mistaken, I don't think
What was
Marcos
the one?
is remembered that fondly.
I'm not yet born.
Oh,
I can't remember anything.
that's true.
Still a
It's
cell.
very hard to contest. You're not born.
Okay, well, I tell you what, uh, did you get a chance to scan that article I sent you, Louis or Ken?
About the
Yeah, I read that
about
the Soviet.
one Soviet uh diplomats in Beirut
Uh huh.
that were kidnapped.
Yes, they kidnapped 4 Soviets in 1986 in Beirut,
Oh.
and Russia's counterterrorism Alpha Group handled the situation. Uh,
And then, oh no, what did the Alpha group do?
well, they were
They
counterterrorism
tortured.
hostage rescue operations,
Ah,
and once they
They
learned
tried to torture.
that Arkady Katkov, a consular
oh no,
attaché,
oh my gosh, that's so gruesome.
and one
They
of the four
committed.
hostages was killed, they responded quickly by tracking down and locating one of the kidnappers' leaders or relatives. It's not clear. In order to send a clear message to the terrorist, Alpha Group members castrated the hostage, cut him down into
Oh
pieces,
my
and
gosh.
sent him to the hostage takers. They
Mhm.
also threatened to kill more of the kidnappers' relatives if the Soviet diplomats were not free. As a result, the three hostages were released and dropped off near the Soviet embassy. And no Russian officials have ever been taken captive since then.
That's crazy. That's a really drastic
Well, here's the thing: the Soviets didn't,
measure.
you know, the Soviet Union had its faults by many, many by far. But one thing I got to give them credit for, when it came to taking action, the Soviets didn't play around.
Uh-huh.
So I gotta, no, you don't, Louis.
Hmm?
Um, but
Baba?
I'm sorry, but the Soviets didn't play around when it
Mm-hmm.
came to that, and it got to give credit where credit is due.
Oh.
So
What were you why did you let us read that,
Yeah.
Baba? What?
I think they act as like for the eye. So they took their
yes, they took their pound of flesh, so to speak, and they never had to take another pound. That
Mm.
well, to me, what they did was they sent a message to them in a language that they could clearly understand.
Yes.
But if you think about it, once or twice, Never have a problem with terrorism again or kidnappings. What in the hell is that?
It may be it's maybe Louis speaker.
Uh,
Okay.
all right, you're on timeout. Don't need that crap here in the chat. So,
Anyway, okay. So I hope that you're not um negatively affected by the martial law there.
nope, hasn't negatively affected me a bit.
How about how about your other friends there, other expats or other citizens there?
Uh, you know, at first I noticed you'd see a lot of police wearing camouflage fatigues and
Huh?
a few soldiers, and
Then?
now you don't really see that many of them,
Mm-hmm.
and it, I don't know. It seems fine to me.
Mm. Okay. Let's just hope that it's more of the for the advantage of more people.
Well, here's the thing. I
Mhm.
think, generally speaking, white people aren't known for being terrorists. At least not in the Philippines.
Oh,
So,
really?
so generally speaking, most whites here, expats here, are. I'm not going to say all have good intentions because
Mhm.
I know some of them don't. But generally
Mhm.
speaking, they're not here to commit terrorist acts. I'll say that.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So most of them are just here to have fun and have a good time and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's it. So,
Whatever they decide upon, I hope it's uh for the good of a lot more people.
crappy net.
Yeah.
Yes, poor thing's having problems.
What?
Louis having problems.
Yeah, she does. She is having a problem with her connection.
Yes. So,
She's more
anyway.
of the politics than me.
Well, that's fine.
Okay. Anyway, Baba,
Uh oh. Yes, I hear thunder.
what are you doing?
I am messaging somebody.
Okay. Anyway, so are we ready to get on with the next topic? With the
Yes.
next
Yes,
not
yes, we are.
related topic? So
Yes.
I'm just curious if some of your traditions are also a bit similar or still done in the United States. Anyway, Baba, how long have you been here in the Philippines?
I've been here for 2 years now. Over a little over 2 years.
Oh, okay. So let's get on with the
Hello?
topic here.
Hello. Hi,
Louis,
Louie.
Louis, she's gone again.
Well,
I
no,
think she's having a connection problem.
she's having serious connection problems. Oh,
Yeah,
she's on.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay, I heard you. I think I heard you. Yeah.
Think
Briefly.
I'm outside my door trying to connect. Yeah. So, all right. Briefly, how about this one?
Okay, sounds better. Okay.
Okay.
I am here on a tourist visa, Thomas.
Oh,
Hello.
and then you're gonna go back after 6 months.
Actually,
You
Is
can
that
stay
true?
three years.
my
3 years. You have to
internet
exit.
doesn't.
Oh God, we got a robot talking.
Sounds like Ronnie. Louis,
So what are you talking about now? I was out.
you. We're talking about you
Tourist
and your robot.
Just a
me?
regular tourist visa. I don't know, Thomas. To be honest with you, so well, I'd like to say welcome back to one of our listeners. Just please
Okay.
refrain from the sexual remarks, bro. Come on, man. There's ladies here.
Yeah, we're ladies.
Exactly. So,
Anyway, mm-hmm.
no, I'm not bothered
For
by
me,
martial law. Are you bothered by martial law, Ken?
no, actually, I'm not. I'm not affected by the martial law because I'm living here in Laguna. Martial law is implemented there in Mindanao. So
Now,
I'm
here's one thing that does bother me here, okay? When they find a cop who's
Right.
corrupt, rather
mm,
than, okay, now in the U.S., if the cop is, and I'm sure any of the audience who are Americans would confirm this, if you're a corrupt cop in America, you're suspended while they do an investigation, and then you'll be indicted, you'll be arrested, and you'll be thrown in jail.
mm-hmm.
Here, they reassign them. And I'm just like, really? Come on, man. Like they send them, I guess, to Barcelona or someplace like that.
Yeah, yeah, yep,
And I'm just thinking, well, what makes you think there's not corruption down there? If all the corrupt cops are in Barcelona, that would
yeah.
probably make it the most corrupt place in the country.
Mhm.
So that's just messed up to me. I don't know. Personally, I think you should be arrested, indicted. If you're found guilty, thrown in jail.
Mm. Here, it's a really different story here. The corruption here in the Philippines has a really far back history, and it's so what do you call this? It's so widespread
Yeah,
that
I mean,
the,
there is
whoever
corruption.
president is um elected and at place all is always trying to eradicate this. But a lot of the senators here have family who are also politicians who have very self what do you call this? Uh, they have personal goals for business, for a lot of other stuff. Personal agendas.
Yes, basically selfish motives.
Yep. Yeah, there it is. That's the right word.
Yeah, well, now don't get me wrong. There's corruption in America.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more at the higher levels of government. Like
Oh,
your average cop on the street, chances are 90-95% of them are honest. They
oh.
might be jerks. I mean, yeah, but cops are like anybody else. You got nice ones and you got jerks.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like for instance, I had my last Halloween in America. We
Mm-hmm.
had a huge Halloween bash. As a matter of fact, I kind of put a video of it on YouTube of beforehand, the decorating, all the bottles of booze and all that, some of the food and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we did though is we decorated the outside of the house and everything, and we we painted "Help Me" on the
Mm.
garage door. And
Mm.
about 4 or 5 days afterward, after Halloween and everything, I guess a neighbor or somebody drove by and saw "Help Me" on the garage door, and they called the police. And a
Mm.
cop, and cops like, hell, it's probably just somebody who got done up for Halloween, which is true. And so he came by, knocked on the door, and he says, "Everything okay?" I said, "Yeah." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Oh, somebody called about the "Help Me" spray painted on the garage door." I'm
You
like,
forgot
"Oh,
it.
okay." But he ended up hanging out for like an hour, and we were talking and stuff. Really nice guy. He said, "Man, I'm sorry. It's just we get a call, we got to respond." I'm like, "No problem."
Mm.
But see, cops in America though it's different than here because generally speaking, most cops in America drive cars,
Mm.
a pretty nice size 4 door car,
Mm.
and they always have a gun on them, and they always have a shotgun in their squad car
Mm.
as well. So, and they have a computer in the car so they can run your name. It's much more high tech than here, I think.
Yeah, of course. We're a developing country, and we're gonna go there.
Oh
A lot
yeah,
of the a lot of the police officers here only ride motorcycles, and there are there are less police officers assigned per area, I guess, or there are just more people here in the Philippines. I don't know
well, you
where.
normally see cops here. You see like 4 or 5 of them hanging out.
Mm?
Just like walking or just hanging out on a corner.
Hanging out on the corner.
Yeah, hanging out on a corner. That sounds
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
So,
I hope it does improve because the reputation of the police officers here in the Philippines is not quite that uh good. Probably, I
yeah,
think. Yeah, and a very sensitive topic to
yes,
discuss
it is.
in a broadcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So, but it's way different in
I hope it
America.
does improve. Hmm.
So, but
Okay.
anyway,
Okay.
now Christmas traditions.
Yep. We're gonna go to the. Well, you know what, Baba? It's the time is so fast because I just remembered looking at the calendar. December 1. I marked December, and then it went on so fast, and I just noticed that now it's already December 18, and after 6 days it would be Christmas Eve. And here in the Philippines, it is like a 1 month long celebration. Unlike on other countries that you only celebrate the holidays for a week, maybe a day. Here it's a lot different. So we have a lot of traditions, and yep, that's what we're gonna talk about right now. And in comparison, or in in comparison to your Christmas traditions.
Yes.
Baba.
Okay. We put Now here's the thing. This is the biggest difference I've noticed. Okay. Here, it's more of a big deal on Christmas Eve than actually on Christmas Day itself.
Yeah. Well, how about yours?
Like in America on Christmas Eve, okay, when I was a kid, I would get
Mm.
one gift on Christmas Eve,
And then
and then I had to wait till the next morning for the rest of the stuff.
open it. Oh, really?
Yes, but I was an only child, so it was great
Huh?
because pretty much everything under the tree was mine.
Ah, wow.
Uh,
That's nice. Here, it's a little bit reversed. Now that
yeah,
I'm already earning, I'm the one who gives a lot of gifts, a lot. I started to shop like maybe a month ago for the
Mm-hmm.
giveaways for my um inaanak. Are you familiar with inaanak? God dot I think I'm the godmother of those children.
Oh, okay.
Inaanak is like a goddaughter, god uh sons like that. I have a lot of inaanak, Baba. A lot. I forgot who they are. And one of the tradition here in the Philippines is that you give gifts to all your inaanak,
Okay.
either either as a gift or as cash there.
You know what? Cash
And
is
my
king.
inaanak only remember me whenever it's Christmas season.
Yeah, cash is king. Green,
And then
green
all throughout
holiday
the year
boy,
they
y'all.
forget about me.
So, yeah, okay. That's a good question. Are you saving to buy a property for yourself, Ken?
Yeah, of course. So
Okay.
one of my I've heard a lot about, investments and stocks, but I really figured out that the best way to invest is to invest in myself first. So I study a lot, I try to specialize, and then I buy instruments and materials for my profession. And then if I have extra, I pay for investment insurance. No really big investments yet on stocks because a lot of my
Invest in
extra money goes
Bitcoin.
to my education.
Invest in Bitcoin.
Hmm?
Invest in Bitcoin.
Yeah, my friend was trying to make me invest in Bitcoin, but the minimum is big, and I can't quite figure out the charts of this or how it works. It's like a currency.
It's
It is
digital currency.
currency.
Well, yeah. Well, I
Do
went
you have
through, it's like over a year ago, I only had like 300 pesos left in it,
what's
or
that?
500 pesos left in my Bitcoin. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
My
Well,
friend.
now it's over 6,000,
Oh,
and that's
I
back when
can't.
one Bitcoin was about 24,000 pesos. Now one Bitcoin's worth like over 400,000 pesos.
Yeah, I wonder how that goes because usually I go through the charts of the companies and then see a pattern. I'm afraid that if I invest in Bitcoin, I'd lose a lot because I can't quite figure out how it works yet. I don't I don't have time to read about it though. Because my friend, he's asking me to invest around around 200,000
Uh huh.
pesos, and
I wouldn't, no, I wouldn't invest that much.
that
What I would do is
you know,
you can, there are websites you can get on to invest in Bitcoin that are reputable and invest anywhere
yeah,
from 500
yeah, that's
pesos to 1,000.
mm-hmm. That's one thing I will figure out after during this holiday season because I have 3 days off, so maybe that's enough to read about those stuff because I'm reading mostly about implants nowadays, and
Implants? What kind
yeah,
of
dental
implants?
implants. Dental implants.
Okay.
I'm trying
I just wanted to clarify to the audience.
to. What kind of other implants are
Well,
you?
well, in America, when you say implants,
Okay.
you're talking about breast implants.
Huh?
In America, when you say
Mm.
implants, generally speaking, people think breast implants.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, the
Yeah,
word
people usually don't talk about dental implants in America. When they say
dental.
implants,
I'm gonna say dental implants from now.
there you go.
Okay, is this real?
So,
One Bitcoin is worth almost 1 million pesos now.
wow. Yeah,
Really?
just invest a small amount.
I I wonder
Yeah,
how
I
this
mean,
Bitcoins work.
just find a
I have
site, a
no idea.
reputable site, and invest like 5 or 10,000 pesos.
5 or 10,000 pesos. Okay.
Yeah,
What is this Bitcoin?
it's digital currency.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
and well, it's a good thing because it's see. Here's the reason why the banks hate it, and here's why,
yeah,
because
why?
they can't manipulate it like they can money.
Mhm. How is it any
So
different from foreign exchange? Foreign foreign exchange trading. It's also currency.
yeah, it's currency, and there are actually businesses and places now that accept payment in Bitcoin.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
It's a currency only available in kind of a digital form. And how
yes.
doesn't
What
have
you
any
do?
physical manifestation. So
No, you
how would you
mine
get
it.
something like that?
They mine it through like a mathematical formula,
Uh-huh.
and they can only mine so much of it.
Why does it only go up? It doesn't go down.
Oh, it does go down. It fluctuates, but since
Hmm.
Trump's become president, it's skyrocketed.
Oh, when was this Bitcoin?
Bitcoin, I think, started in
1990s?
yeah, like 1998, I think.
Okay. When everything,
So, and
it's
it's
probably
done very, very well.
yeah, he did it really well. He probably everyone's gonna use digital
2009.
currency
Okay.
now on and forward. But for now, here in the Philippines, the traditional money works, and I'm not sure. Maybe I'll read extensively more about this before I invest in something that big. I thought you have a minimum of 150,000.
Uh, no, you've got sites that might require a minimum, but you have sites that don't require a minimum. And
Oh,
there is people who actually even make a living now trading
yeah,
digital currencies.
bits of currencies. Uh-huh.
So now that I probably wouldn't get into because I wouldn't want that kind of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Now I might invest a little bit in some different ones, just a little bit of money to see how they do. You know, you don't want to invest more than you're willing to lose.
Yeah, of course. It's like
So
um it's like going to the casino or
yeah, exactly. Don't especially too. Here's the thing. I don't know if it's the same here,
huh?
but in Nevada, when you go to the casinos,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you're playing a slot machine or on one playing a game at one of the tables or whatever, they'll bring you free drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what does the free drinks do?
Mm.
Since they're free, you're gonna drink more. When you drink more, your judgment goes out the window.
Oh,
So
that is why.
you're gonna gamble more money than what you normally would, probably.
Oh, there's a lot of psychology to gambling, huh? To
Oh
casinos,
yeah, big time.
really counting. Anyway, so this Bitcoin, how would you redeem your digital money for cash? That's the part that I can't
Well, what
understand.
you could do is you could convert it and then wire it to yourself.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's a different area
to
I could
Cebuana.
explore.
Yeah, you can wire it yourself through Cebuana, or you could actually probably even have it linked up to where you could it could go. You could put it in your bank account. I wouldn't do it that way. I'd wire it to myself and physically deposit the money,
Mm,
simply because I don't trust banks.
really?
No.
I don't it's kind of a bit weird to transact without via electronic currency, and not a lot of companies accept this. Now, am I
Well,
right?
more and more companies are.
Oh, okay, but not a lot. Okay.
Well, a lot more now than say a year, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, it's it's definitely I'm not going to say it's a thing of the future. I think it's pretty much
Yeah.
here to stay
Mm-hmm.
at this point.
If it's here to stay, then it's here to to inflate.
Well, see, it's harder to inflate that than it is
Really?
paper currency. Well, yeah. Well, okay. You know why you have inflation?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how kind of economics kind of works?
Oh no, I'm not an
See,
economic.
you get
Economist.
you get
But
inflation because a country prints up more money to pay off its debt.
oh,
But
okay.
what it actually does is when they print up more money, it makes the money worth less.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the dollar is worth about 2 cents compared to what it was worth in 1913,
Mm-hmm.
and it's actually probably even shrunk down a little bit more from that
Yeah.
because they print. They just you're printing it up out of thin air. Basically, you're creating
Mm-hmm.
money out of thin air. There's nothing backing it. No gold, no silver, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that makes that money work is your faith in it. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why things get more expensive because the more money they print, well, there's more cash available. Well, we could raise prices. For
Oh,
example,
it's to balance.
back in like the early mid 2000s, gas prices skyrocketed in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
It went from like $2 a gallon to like $3 a gallon almost overnight,
Mm-hmm.
and people were like, unbelievable. Well, the cause and effect of that was food prices went up
Mm-hmm.
because, of course, it costs more to take that lettuce to the
Mm-hmm.
grocery store now. So they
Mm-hmm.
jacked up food prices because of it. And of course, when gas went back down again, do you think they lowered the prices on food?
Mm-hmm.
Nope, they didn't.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Here's the thing: the world runs on debt.
Yeah.
Bitcoin eliminates that.
Hmm. It says
If if, ev- if
it's not to replace cash, but to act as a complement because some rural areas are inaccessible. So it's like money, but it's intangible.
yeah,
Okay. I have to read extensively about this. So yep, I
yeah.
can say. Hmm.
Personally, I think though the digital current because it's not it's not because it can't be.
Hmm? Baba?
Yeah, well, because they can't. The bankers can't manipulate it.
Oh, why does it?
So
Okay, I don't know anything yet about this one. It's the first time I've heard of this like a month ago.
Uh-huh.
But I don't trust the person who's offering it to me. I really don't trust. Because I'm trying to get an explanation out of him, but he can't give me an explanation, so I kind of just shrug it off and then told myself to just read it extensively about this. So there, I don't have a lot of time to read yet.
Ah, well,
No,
maybe we
that's
could
it.
get Louis' opinion next time.
Yeah, but she's probably gonna stay the same like me because before we invest into something like stocks or anything, we look through the charts and
Okay.
then kind of a safe investor for now because what we invest in stocks and investment is our extra money only if we have extra, but if not we don't. It's not our main source of um it's not our main source of income. So yeah, she's gonna say the same thing, like she has to read extensively about this one first. It's new.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to a lot of seminars on stocks investments, foreign exchange, and not in a Bitcoin kind of a seminar yet. Probably next year.
It's something I think you should
Maybe
definitely consider.
yeah, of course.
So, okay.
Maybe next year. After 2 weeks, it's already next year.
Yeah, exactly. I'll see you next year. All righty then.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, okay, Baba,
Yes.
we are still on our topic.
Yes, we are. I guess somewhat.
And then
but
we
it's
went
o-
a bit
but
back
it's okay.
because a
Hey,
lot of people spending.
you
Huh?
know what? We got a topic. It's got people conversing in the chat, so that's a good
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
So so I
Okay.
like this MJB dude.
Why I only invest there. Yeah. That's the right. That's that's a really good thing to do. I only invest what I feel comfortable with and I can't lose a lot of currency. Is he talking about electronic currency?
Yes, that's
Okay.
electronic currency. I
Mm,
like it.
yeah.
So
Do not invest more than 10% of your money in digital currency.
yes,
Of course. Yep.
but
Hmm.
I think it's a lot more reliable than paper currency.
I really can't realize the difference yet. I have to know about it. And someone already paid me using his Bitcoin.
Really?
Yeah.
And
And it went to my bank account.
cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. So you do accept
But he
Bitcoin.
had he had a lot of hassle transacting through banks because a lot of the ATM machines are offline, and then a lot of banks are ha has have a lot of people going in line and waiting. So that's probably one of the real advantages of this electronic currency. You can access it every time, anytime during the day, during whatever season. You don't have to go through the bank's schedule in order to transact. So that, baba.
Yes. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Uh-huh.
I think life's beautiful.
Unlike unlike the stocks, stock investments, currency, would you have a choice in where you will invest in Bitcoin? Or is it like Bitcoin in general?
So it's different, and I'll tell you why. Okay. For one thing, stocks. Okay, stocks. Okay, Warren Buffett could say one sentence,
Mm-hmm.
and the market will go down. Or the chairman of the Federal Reserve
Mm-hmm.
can make one remark, the stock market can go down
Mm-hmm.
or up. It's so easily manipulated by those in power.
Mm-hmm. And then,
Well, digital currency, you don't have to worry about
mm-hmm.
that so much because you, they can't really manipulate it.
Mm. Who manipulates it?
Well, those in power,
Mm.
people like Warren Buffett, uh, a lot of people.
Who owns a lot? Who owns like bulk of the stocks that are in the market?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Rockefellers,
Manipulates,
Rothschilds.
yeah.
We could do a whole conspiracy show on that too. Big time.
Yeah.
Very, very easily.
So it also requires me to know more about that topic so I don't sound uh, innocent. There, I'm reading about it now, but I can't see. Oh, I can see your numbers. Digital currency index. So have you used it in a transaction that you did?
I'm sorry, say it again, Ken.
Have you used it? Have you paid using your bitcoins?
I have.
And then, what was your experience?
It was a positive experience. And then if
Was
I
it
need, and then if
would
I
you go through a bank or something, or
no,
do you have an account for your Bitcoin account?
uh, no. If I need cash, I could always just convert Bitcoin to currency and wire it to myself.
Mm. Okay, so how would your Bitcoins be protected from breach or something? Something like that. Like
Well, occasionally you do get a hack,
hacking
but
or something.
you know what?
Yeah,
So do banks.
because if you're dealing with thousands or millions in cash, how do you make sure that the system is foolproof for hacking?
Well, it's
Is that, as long as it's a Bitcoin and you have not converted it to cash and you haven't wired it to yourself, I don't see the manifestation of this physical manifestation of this Bitcoin as yours. So what if someone hacks your like an account in Bitcoin and then takes your money? It's not
well,
impossible.
it's not. But you know what? People get crap stolen from all the time from their bank accounts. They get credit card numbers stolen and all that
Oh,
too. And actually, it's probably easier to steal a credit card. It's easier to steal a credit card number than
than
it
to
is
hack a
than it is to hack
Bitcoin.
into a Bitcoin account. Yes.
Yeah, I have Louis' credit card number.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you my address as soon as the show's done. You can send it.
I'm just
I'll
kidding. I
I'll
don't have
I'll safe keep it for her.
it. I already invested. Maxed it out.
Yes.
No, just kidding. Louis, just kidding. If you're listening. Anyway, also they have they said that you have to protect it with the wallet. What kind of wallet is this?
It's a bunch of numbers and letters.
Oh, it's like a digital wallet.
Yes.
Okay. And now, so if you what do you call this? If you don't have a lot of time to monitor the currency and its fluctuations, how would it be profitable to you?
What, Bitcoin?
Is it like some kind of a no no what Dr. DRB 166 is talking about? Currency can be very profitable.
Well,
Is this the electronic currency, Bitcoin, or like a foreign
well,
exchange?
see, here's the thing. Bitcoin is mined digitally,
Uh-huh.
which is the key, and they can only digitally mine so much of it.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like a safeguard against inflation.
What's that? Oh, foreign currency. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And in currency, there are technical and fundamental analysis because you also have to know about the current events of per country or
Yeah.
wherever country you are investing with, whichever currency you're investing at. And I don't even have news on my friends, let alone on other countries. So probably if I already have a lot of associate dentists, and then I can read on this. Baba.
Yes. I'm sorry. Say it again.
What?
We could talk about this again. Louie messaged me saying she would love for this to be a topic.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think?
Then yeah, and probably what? Probably get one of them as guests. So we're gonna be the listeners this time because we're not experts on this kind of topic. So it's a lot better to hear it from someone who's already had experience on um investing on bitcoins. It's gonna be a learning experience.
Yes, definitely. But maybe what I could do is we could have Thomas on if
Yeah,
he would
sure.
like.
Let's invite him now.
Now?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Invite him
Or
now, and then invite him now, and then have him on the show next week.
okay, next week.
He wants. Oh,
Thomas, would you?
week is 25. If he only wants to.
Oh wait, next Monday is Christmas, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. Well, the
Are we gonna have
following
the show
Monday.
for Christmas?
Well, wait, the following Monday is New Year's or New Year's Eve.
Oh, really?
It's New Year's Eve.
Have to reschedule if you're not busy. Whenever you're not busy.
No, I mean we could do a show. Well, you ladies have big families, and I know you'll be busy with your families. But we could have a show. I'm up for having a show New Year's Eve. I don't care.
Oh, oh. I'm gonna be making a lot of noise on the new year.
But oh, you having a party on New Year's?
Yeah, maybe probably a street party.
Really?
Well, my neighbors take their drums out and then their guitars and then we kind of do a live band
Well, that's cool.
kind of concert.
Cool.
If they will do it this time, they're the ones who have
Do
the
you got
instrument.
you guys do like a lot of bread and a lot of air supply songs? I'm a huge fan of both of those groups.
Probably I don't want to. The only song that I know is the I don't want to miss a thing.
Oh, that's one of my faves.
It's like,
It just brings a tear to my eye.
can you do a sample, Baba?
No.
That was a definite no.
No.
Didn't even have to think about it. No.
No.
Come on. No.
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 Well, why don't we do a show? Why don't we do a show on Tuesday next week?
Wait, sure. You
Okay,
know,
we'll
Monday is
do
my
it.
busiest day actually.
Yeah, it's what's that?
Monday is my busiest day. So Tuesday would be fine.
Okay. Well, Monday's Christmas next week, so I hope you're not open for business on Christmas Day.
Yeah, of course not.
Okay.
Day off.
I
I
was say,
declare.
God. I was say, God.
Oh my gosh. It's Christmas. Come on.
So we'll do a show at 10 o'clock then on Tuesday next week.
Yeah, okay. And then we're
Okay.
gonna invite
And Thomas,
Thomas.
Would you like to come on then?
Come on, Thomas. You can teach us Bitcoins.
Yeah, talk about digital currency and stuff and Bitcoin. Sounds like he knows more than I do. Not that I'm an expert on it, but
Mhm.
so
He hasn't replied yet.
yes, he
Anyway,
hasn't replied. He's probably like the hell with you or
yeah, I would love to hear about that topic.
so. He says, yeah, I'd do that.
Future
Well then,
reference. Hmm.
I am listening.
Oh, she's listening. She knows that I memorized her credit card.
Yes, yes. Well, Louie, dear, you
Thank
got to get
you.
you get a YouTube channel, and you could also be a moderator. So the Tuesday after
Okay,
Christmas,
she's
we
gonna
will.
have her YouTube channel. She will teach us how to cook.
Yes, that would be awesome. It's, I've noticed cooking channels. It's half personality, half cooking.
Oh,
You have to make it fun and have a great personality, and we know Louie's got both.
really?
Yeah, so I think she would do very well.
Yes, she will.
So
And yep.
so I'm hoping that okay, Thomas, we're gonna do a show 10 o'clock Tuesday, December 26th, the day after Christmas, and we'd love to have you on as a guest.
Yep.
So
Someone who knows about currency. Uh, sorry, electronic currency.
okay. Uh I'm trying to think how I could get his information. By that I mean get in touch with him and talk with him and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, you're in Australia. You're down under, huh? Cool.
Wow, yay. 12
Okay.
midnight Australia time.
Are you an
Two hours.
ACDC fan, Thomas?
12 midnight Australia time.
Yeah, it's 2 hours behind Phil's time.
We're gonna hear Thomas's Australian accent
Yes.
with my Filipino accent
Yes,
and your
and an
American
American
accent.
accent. Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So, okay. Um, okay. I'm trying to think if you could private message.
Who? Thomas?
Yeah,
What's this?
you do a private message.
Oh, I don't. I don't know how. Okay.
Okay.
Ripple or XRP. Oh, so they do have different companies for cryptocurrencies.
Oh yeah.
I thought, yeah, that was what I was asking a while ago. Okay, 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 I get it. So, before you invest in a cryptocurrency, you can you can at least be informed of their charts or financial chart or
Mm-hmm.
perform. Oh, you can just like when the stocks are when the what do you call this financial charts of a company is open to all in the Philippine Stock Exchange. Is it also the same in electrocurrency? Do
Kind of digital currency, and you could also like cross. I guess you could cross trade currencies too. Like there's
Okay.
one called I think it's called Dogecoin, Doge, Dogecoin, Dogecoin. I think that's kind of becoming popular too. And but it's like so many Dogecoin for so much Bitcoin or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some kind of like cross. Maybe Thomas might know something about that as well. Cause
Mm-hmm.
so no problem. Yes, 10 p.m. fill time, Thomas. And yes, I love ACDC. I need to make a pilgrimage to Perth one of these days.
Oh, he's in
So,
Perth.
I don't know, but Perth is where Bon Scott, the original vocalist for ACDC, is buried. That's where he's from. They have a statue of him there in the park. His grave is Perth's largest tourist attraction, and every year they have like a big festival.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
oh.
Thomas is in.
Okay,
So
Thomas.
On Monday, I no 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 kidding. No, anyway, I'll just talk to you after.
Okay,
Mm, bye bye.
and IFB.
Are you
I'm messaging him.
Oh, I thought you're sleepy.
No, I'm not sleeping.
You're not sleepy?
No, I'm not. I had a French vanilla coffee mixed with hot chocolate, a mocha,
Wow. Wow.
because I was really tired earlier. Because we went to the mall and walked around and all that.
Can't drink that because I'm having a sore throat now. It's like an
Oh,
impending sore throat. So I can just eat fruits, vegetables, but no sweets. I think it's probably also because of the drastic change of weather, and I I'm always inside the room, and then I also eat a lot of chocolate, so yikes. Maybe because of that.
okay,
Every
okay,
time I eat too much chocolates, this happens to me.
really,
Yeah, I eat a lot of chocolates, and then I also can prevent sometimes that uh I go outside the house when it's raining.
okay.
He's in Queensland.
I am emailing him right now.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway, okay, Baba.
okay. I will be done here in one. I'm just doing it now while I'm thinking about it,
Mm-hmm.
And plus two, he could let me know if he got my email or not.
Okay. While he's still here, huh?
Yes, exactly.
Mhm. So if you guys know, we're also dentists. So if you have, we also have other dental questions. Feel free to ask. Free
Yes.
consult.
Yes, exactly.
Oops. And I also have my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. And I'm going to
you.
include the link to the ladies' clinic. And also, I would urge you to subscribe to Ken's channel as well.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
and actually, have you grown in subs?
Yeah. A few people.
Okay. What's that?
I have not, I'm before I post it on Facebook. I would like to complete all the videos first, but it's really hard to edit on my spare time, and it takes a lot of time to render those videos because I am using Adobe Premiere. Have you ever used that, Baba?
Have I ever used what now?
Video editing softwares.
Just iMovie.
Mm. Oh yeah, that anyway, I'm using a higher version of that. And only Louis' laptop can do it.
Oh, oh, okay.
So yes. I'm only borrowing on whenever she goes here. But she's sick for the past couple of days, so
Yeah, what's wrong with the poor thing?
oh, probably because of the drastic change of weather also. It started when we went to when our 4-day trip to to Cebu Oslo. It was a really what do you call this, active kind of trip. We're gonna go here, we're gonna run here, and then we're gonna go to the beach under the sun, and then at night it's cold, something kind of like that. And then
Oh,
also
okay.
whenever whenever you don't sleep enough, I guess that will dictate if your body can protect yourself from bacteria, viruses, or simple cold.
Okay. Thomas,
Yeah,
I emailed you, brother. So check your email. And let me know that you got it, my friend.
Popeye. Okay, I'm gonna say thank you to Popeye. It's
For
just one of my dreams to
oh yes,
have a travel video. I did not have a lot of time before when I was in college. I only study.
yes, and you
And then
studied
yeah,
quite a bit.
study. Study from the time I get up the bed until like early wee hours of the morning. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've been on now for a little over an hour,
Uh-huh.
so think it's about time maybe we should close the show.
Yep.
And
Okay.
remember, everybody, instead of having it next Monday, we will have it Tuesday the 26th at 10 p.m.
Okay.
And I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. And do you have any final thoughts you would like to add, Ken?
Um, no, I just want to wish everyone happy holidays. Enjoy your time with your family and enjoy the season. Relax, eat a lot.
Yes. And
I don't
also,
think a lot about work this holiday season.
and also too, about the what's your website for your clinic?
Oh, can I write it here?
Sure.
So I have a website that I'm developing at the moment. I have luxmiles.com.ph. I also have a lot of uh, a lot of cases uploaded in YouTube or in Facebook if you want to see, and if you're curious about any kind. We're trying to do a lot of blogs about health, oral health, or any kind of systemic conditions related to the dentition. And yes, that's it.
Okay. Thomas asked the whole process of having braces, the treatments, how much does that cost normally?
Oh, it does here. It does cost around 40,000. That's the minimum. That's the minimum. 40,000 pesos. That's the minimum. It depends on the kind of material that you're gonna use. If you're gonna use a ceramic one that does not look like a metal, it costs around 80,000. We have a lot of other options, but that's the basic end. It does uh, the final price relies on the difficulty of treatment and the kind of braces, and also the if the dentist is a specialist in orthodontics. Those. But here in the Philippines, I think it's a lot cheaper.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is compared to America, I can tell you that.
Yeah, of course. Yep, yep. You know what? The funny thing is, uh, the orthodontic treatment is much. I think it's much more difficult than um, the surgical procedure of the implant placement. For me, I'm accepting a lot of orthodontic treatments for now because I think it increases on my dexterity. But it's really difficult, especially if the patient can't go back or if the patient eats a lot of hard foods and then the brackets come off. We're gonna have to put it back, cement it again, those kinds of stuff.
Oh, so you guys use cement? Really?
Yeah.
Which kind do you use? Do you use more of a lime based or like Sacrete or?
That's a different cement, Baba. But if you want, I can use it to you.
Oh no, that's okay. I know a few people that I wouldn't mind giving some cement juice to.
Just kidding.
Wouldn't mind giving some cement juice to a few people.
Since you suggested it, we can use it to you
Yeah. What cement juice? No, thank
for
you.
free. Okay. Anyway, that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, hopefully Louis has a more reliable connection last week,
Yep.
and I just want to thank everybody for tuning in,
Uh-huh. Me too.
and we appreciate you. And may the sun be shining wherever you may be. And join us next a week from tomorrow, the day after
Huh?
Christmas at 10 p.m. Philippines time. We will have Thomas on to talk about digital currency.
Okay.
So I think it'll be a fun and exciting show, and we'll have the lovely ladies,
Mm-hmm.
Ken and Louie here. So
And
please tune in.
sorry.
What's that?
We're gonna prepare a lot of questions for Thomas. So this episode would be informational, and a lot of you guys can get and can get something from it.
Yes, definitely. But
Yep.
anyway, I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and has a great week, and may the sun be shining wherever you may be. And we appreciate you, and thanks for tuning in, and we will see you all next time. This is Bubba
And Ken
and Louie,
and Louis.
who, due to technical difficulties, cannot say bye, but I know she will.
Yeah, of course.
So,
She's listening.
anyway, everybody have a great week.
And I hope you guys have a really happy holiday season. And it's the day for celebrating and eating a lot.
Yes, it
Forget
is.
about your diet. It's cheat day.
Yes, but we will talk
Bye.
to y'all next week. Bye
Okay.
bye now.
Bye bye.